Bihar's capital, Patna, submerged after massive rain in the last 4 days. Electricity cut off in several parts of the city. Supplies also hit. Why was Patna so unprepared? Rain wreaks havoc in eastern UP as well. 85 people have been killed in the last 4 days. The Met Department warns of more rain in both eastern UP and Bihar. Where are the restrictions in Kashmir? It's only in your mind. There are no restrictions. Only misinformation is being spread, says Home Minister Amit Shah as he addresses a seminar on national security in Delhi and talks about Kashmir. The BJP is set to finalize the first list of candidates for poll-bound Haryana and Maharashtra. This as Shiv Sena Chief Uddhav Thackeray recalls a promise he made to his late father Balasaheb Thackeray to install a Shiv Sainik as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. Meanwhile, the Congress has released its first list of candidates for Maharashtra. The names of 51 candidates are announced of the 125 seats it is contesting in alliance with the NCP, which will also contest 125 seats. The IPS officer arrested in the Narada sting operation against the leaders of the Bengal Trinamool Congress is taken to the BJP's Mukul Roy's house to reconstruct that crime. And India's image is changing due to Prime Minister Modi, says legendary singer Lata Mangeshkar to the Prime Minister in a phone conversation between the two, which is aired on the Prime Minister's radio address, Man Ki Baat. Hello and welcome to Left, Right and Centre tonight. I'm Ankita Mukherjee and our big focus on the visuals that should shake our conscience as a nation. Rain and flood fury ravaging Uttar Pradesh and Bihar and exposing our apathy yet again. Over 85 people are now dead in eastern Uttar Pradesh in the last 4 days. 17 people have died in Bihar just today. Now, a capital city literally drowning with shops, markets, homes, even hospitals underwater. That was the story of Patna today. Disaster response forces struggling to cope. But it isn't just these two states. India has been facing more and more extreme weather events this monsoon. The impact of climate change is staring us in the face. Why is climate action not a bigger priority? Why does something as urgent and immediate as floods and the misery of citizens just not get the kind of attention, whether it's from our political leaders or even the media, that it deserves? What explains this apathy month after month, year after year? In Bihar, it's Patna, the capital, that bore the brunt with the worst rainfall and waterlogging in 20 years. My colleague Manish Kumar sends us this ground report.
Continuous rains for over now 36 hours and the rains are predicted for another 24 hours, which is likely to make situation worse than what we have now.
नहीं बिजली नहीं है भैया और पूरे पटना के मतलब कि 60-65% एरिया में बिजली यहाँ पे नहीं है. सिचुएशन वर्स्ट है.
बहुत बुरा हाल है सर. लाइट कल से ही नहीं आ रहा है. कल से ही लाइट नहीं आ रहा है और हम लोग तो कंपनी से थोड़ा बहुत खाना भी प्रॉब्लम है. चाय पीने का भी दिक्कत है. हर तरह का समस्या है यहाँ पे.
सही बात है सर. मतलब जीना एकदम मुश्किल ही हो गया है. कहीं तो ना खाने का कुछ स्पेस मिल रहा है, नहीं चलने का. तो देख ही रहे हैं हालत क्या स्थिति है. तो मतलब बुरा ही है पूरी तरह से.
पूरा पानी
कमर से ऊपर तक पानी है और किराना का सामान भी कहीं नहीं मिल रहा. आप देख रहे हैं चारों तरफ दुकान बंद है.
Patna has not seen this kind of rainfall in the last 20 years. This is a record rainfall not only in the state capital Patna but in other parts of Bihar also. Right now we are in Rajendra Nagar area of Patna. I have never seen this kind of water logging and you can see the entire ground floor of this area is entirely submerged. We are on the STRF boats. STRF Jawans are rescuing a lot of people since yesterday and situation is really getting, NDRF Jawans are also here and situation is really getting worse because not only water is continuously, it's pouring now, but also there is no electricity, there is no food, there is no milk for people. So unless they are really taken out, you can see on this board, there are people with small kids. They are going to the areas which is much safer than this. But in this entire Rajendra Nagar, you can see the situation was never so worse. People say that it might be, in 1975, but right now the situation has become worse because there is no outlet to this water, because the water level in Ganga is also overflowing now. So unless the rain stops, there can be no respite to the people in the state capital Patna. With cameraman Habib Ali, this is Manish Kumar for NDTV.
Well, let's take this right across to our panelists tonight. Joining us here in the Delhi studio with me is actor Adil Hussain, who's been tweeting about how helpless he feels seeing these visuals and seeing this situation. Afzal Abbas, leader with the JDU's Minority Morcha, is with us tonight. Mahesh Palawat, the VP of SkyMet, is with us, as is Dr. Mohapatra from the Indian Meteorological Department, the IMD. Adil Hussain, let me begin with you. You were with us just 2 months ago when the floods hit Assam so badly, and in fact at the time you told us about how your own family had been so badly affected. Today you've tweeted saying that you feel helpless when you see these visuals. Do you think nothing really changes time after time?
Well, I was trying to find words how to put it when I saw the visuals. Even these visuals which you just had shown are worse than that, because I saw the visuals where flood water is inside a hospital, almost touching the bed,
right,
and patients are sitting on that, and I felt hopeless and absolute despair, because I think it has gone out of our hands already. As this little girl from Sweden talks about it, Greta Thunberg, that we have crossed that tipping point, and it would be extremely difficult, especially difficult because the kind of administration we have across the globe, not only in India, the kind of apathy that we're used to, and the kind of lack of knowledge, lack of education, lack of empathy for people. When it happened in the villages, it was okay, because it never happened in the city. When it happens in Mumbai, then we get to know about it because there are people, influential people, but it happens in Delhi, and if it goes and touches the parliament building, then only most probably that we'll wake up one day and say, oh my God, what have we done to ourselves? Better listen to the scientists and do something about it. Mm-hmm. And I want to make one more point, because I have seen this since my childhood. I grew up in Assam. And the fact is that all the money which used to come for flood control department and other developmental work,
yes,
I have not seen them being spent at all since I was there in Assam. And I keep hearing the stories from my friends, those who work there in the departments, and they tell me that all the development work which happens only on the papers. So nothing has been actually done, though the money most probably would have come,
right,
had come, but nothing had been done. So I don't know where to begin with. We have lack of integrity, lack of honesty, sincerity, knowledge, everything that we lack. So I don't know where to start. So I felt hopeless and despair, and only hope that I have that people like Greta Thunberg, who has inspired millions of young ones, and if they take the reign of the administration, and people's movement should start and stop this nonsense.
All right, very important points there. But Afzal Abbas, to get to Patna today, as we see these visuals, and in fact Adil was referring to the hospitals, and if we can get those visuals up, these are homes, these are shops, these are hospitals today that are completely submerged in Bihar's capital, in Patna. We heard from Nitish Kumar saying, yes, there's been so much rain and water. While we are monitoring the situation, we don't know what to do at this point. We're trying our best, but this is beyond our control. Is it enough to say that? There were forecasts which talked about this kind of heavy rain. Why were we not more prepared?
जी देखिए, ये बहुत ही बड़ा जाहिर सी बात है, ये कुदरती कहर है, इसको कहा जाता है, ये प्राकृतिक प्रकोप भी कहा जाता है, ये डिज़ास्टर है। लेकिन जहाँ तक सवाल है कि इसके ये आप जहाँ जिस पे इशारा आप कर रही हैं, मैं मानता हूँ कि इस पर कंट्रोल और पहले से काम होना चाहिए था, इससे इनकार नहीं कर। लेकिन सडनली अगर कोई ऐसे हादसा हो जाते हैं उसमें सरकार कर नहीं पाती है। अभी उत्तराखंड में हुआ, अभी फिर अमेरिका में उठा के देखिए, दिल्ली में जब बारिश 2 घंटा होती है तो फिर वहाँ आफत में जाता है। मैं ये मानता हूँ कि सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है। सरकार, जब मुख्यमंत्री ने खुद ही कहा है कि मैं मॉनिटरिंग कर रहा हूँ, अभी 10,000 से ज़्यादा लोगों को निकाला जा चुका है, तो सरकार इसमें संगीन है और संगीन तरीके से देख रही है। और जो भी कोई कैजुअलिटी नहीं हो, जो कुछ भी प्रोवाइड करना चाहिए, जो सरकार की जिम्मेदारी कर रही है। और ये यकाएक देखिए, सबसे बड़ी बात है कि गंगा के नज़दीक ही पटना है और गंगा भी बहुत तेज़ी से आगे बढ़ रही है। तो पानी जो बारिश का पानी का पटना का है, वो भी गंगा में पहुँचते ही पहुँचते तो ऑलरेडी ओवरफ्लो हो रहा है। तो ये कहीं ना कहीं एक तरह से प्राकृतिक प्रकोप कहा जाएगा। SDRF की टीम, NDRF की टीम काम कर रही है। आज भी हम भी बिहार में थे, अभी देख के आए हैं। वाकई ये दर्दनाक मामला है, लेकिन ये कुदरत
प्रकोप है। क्या आप ये कह रहे हैं कि गवर्नमेंट्स कुछ नहीं कर सकते इन अ सिचुएशन लाइक दिस? दे कांट डू एनीथिंग? Can you throw up your hands, Mr. Abbas, and say that this is a natural disaster and we are helpless?
एक सेकंड, मेरे कहने का मकसद सिर्फ इतना है कि यकाएक जब 4-6 दिन से बारिश हो रही है, यकाएक जब बारिश की हैवी बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश जब हो रही है, तो जाहिर सी बात है जब फ्लड का सिचुएशन आ गया। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि सरकार नहीं कर रही, सरकार कर रही है। और मुख्यमंत्री जी, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री, पार्टी के मुखिया भी हमारे पार्टी के प्रेसिडेंट है, बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, स्वतः खुद वो मॉनिटरिंग कर रहे हैं और कहा कि जो भी संभव है हर संभव प्रयास किया जा रहा है कि लोगों तक हर चीज़ मुहैया कराई जाए। और SDRF आपके कई चैनलों में भी दिखाया, मेरी बात हुई है, कम से कम 10 से 15 हज़ार लोगों को वहाँ से रेस्क्यू किया गया है। और वाकई, और पटना प्रशासन, नगर निगम, 7 जगह पे अफसरों का डिप्लॉयमेंट हुआ है ताकि वो लोग देखें, वो अविलंब इस पर नियंत्रण किया जा सके।
There are people, Mr. Abbas, who are having to float in their own homes.
देख लीजिए क्या हुआ था अभी।
These visuals are completely belying everything you are telling us. The NDRF in its latest update has talked about how many evacuations it has done from Patna, and believe me, the figures barely touch a few hundred. Certainly not the thousands. Anyway, I want to take this beyond just Patna or the response of the Bihar government today, and let me bring in the experts.
No. क्या बोली? लगभग 10,000 से लोग राजेंद्र नगर हो या फिर
Okay. So you're saying more people have been evacuated. My point to you, Mr. Abbas, is what happens to patients who are currently in hospital and their families who are now, I mean, we just saw those visuals of beds which are submerged.
बिल्कुल.
Even when the waters recede, that's when the risk of infection comes in.
I have seen, yes, मैंने देखा है. मैंने देखा है आपके चैनल पे और चैनलों पे मैंने देखा है कि NMCH में पानी घुस गया। जाहिर सी बात लो लेवल पे है और पटना से गंगा की मतलब सड़क मतलब साहिल के किनारे बसा हुआ है पटना। और जाहिर सी बात है जब यकाएक बारिश हुई तो बारिश हुई नहीं, कंटिन्यूसली 6 दिनों से बारिश हो रही है। अभी इम्कानात और है कि 1-2 रोज और होगा। तो किसी भी सरकार को, मैं नहीं कहता हूं कि सरकार की जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, सरकार जो खुद बने के मुख्यमंत्री
so you're saying that fair enough, you're saying that you can't do anything at this point, or you're doing the best you can. Okay, Dr. Mahapatra, my question to you is, what did the IMD's forecast say in this case? Did the Bihar government or did authorities in eastern UP have enough time to at least? Okay, Mr. Abbas, we have got your point. Please let me bring in the other panelists also. Everybody needs to have a chance. Dr. Mahapatra, did the IMD see this coming?
Yeah, this heavy to extremely heavy rainfall over Bihar was well anticipated. From 25th onwards, we are expecting that there will be a very intense spell of activity on 28th and 29th of this month. Accordingly, from 26th onwards, we started issuing red color warning for Bihar state, and from headquarter, and also from our Patna office district level warning we started continuing, and continuous monitoring is going on. For past 2 days there has been extremely heavy rainfall, more than 20 centimeter at some places. Even Patna also reported very heavy rainfall yesterday, 15 centimeter, and today till evening it has recorded 8 centimeter. So there has been widespread rainfall activity with heavy to extremely heavy rainfall certain places leading to these situations, which was well predicted.
Mr. Palawat, my question to you is a broader question. We're seeing the impacts of climate change literally in front of us. We have a graphic on our screens which talks about all the extreme weather events that have happened in this monsoon alone. For instance, in Maharashtra, where rainfall has been 400% above normal on the 4th of August, and Vidarbha, for instance, saw on the 31st of July 487% above normal rainfall. We've seen the same thing in Kerala. It's been off the charts in Uttarakhand, now in eastern UP and Bihar. What does this data tell us?
Yeah, you are right. Now climate change is taking its toll, and we have seen year after year extreme weather events are increasing day by day, year after year, and this year it was extreme rainfall, and almost 9 heavy to very heavy rain incidents has occurred over Mumbai, which is usually a couple of incidents. And this year the central part of the country, particularly MP, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, all these areas has received heavy to very heavy rain. So it is certainly the impact of climate change, and we are disturbing our ecological disorder are there, and we have seen that depletion of the green cover, it is taking place, and now the monsoon pattern is also changing, and during monsoon months usually we used to see that continuous rainfall for 3 to 4 days, light rainfall drizzle was there, and now the same amount of rainfall is taking place in a span of 2 to 3 hours. So we can say that extremely heavy rains are more often now, and incidents of cloud burst is also increasing day by day.
Well, certainly, I think those effects are there for all of us to see. But, you know, Adil, to go back to the point you made, you know, when you say you feel helpless, when all of this is around us, it's staring us in the face. And yes, we're hearing stirring speeches on climate action. But when it comes to actually the situation right here at home, we haven't actually seen the centre even tweeting about the Bihar floods or the eastern UP floods today. The Kerala chief minister in fact tweeted saying that he was ready to help Bihar in any way possible, and Kerala has actually withstood some terrible floods this year, and obviously he's in a position to offer some advice in this situation. But you know, why does this not merit an immediate response from the people in power?
I guess listening to the experts, you know, Maherji is there, and I'm the least qualified person to be here talking about flood. But I passionately...
No, but you're here as a concerned citizen, and
yes,
I think we need more concerned citizens to speak up.
Yeah,
because, you know, clearly we're not hearing enough of it from perhaps the people in power.
Yes, that's precisely my point, that I guess we have crossed the critical tipping point where we have given up the hope. But what makes me feel more concerned and disturbed is that we are still going ahead with the kind of massacre on ecological the areas. I had been talking about Are forest, I had been talking about forest in Jharkhand. I understand the developmental goals of the government and the GDP growth of any government would want that, and I completely understand. But why can't we follow something which had been followed by Western European countries, Scandinavian countries, that they make sure that the forests are taken care of so that the topsoil doesn't, you know, erode away because of the rainfall. And we cannot stop, like the Mr. who's representing the Bihar government here. He's saying that Kudrat ki ye flood situation, it has, you know, it has happened. What can we do? Of course, this is a consequence of the apathy for 70 or 72 years that we are facing.
Right.
The flood is not the cause; it's a consequence of what we have done to the earth, to the planet Earth, and to our environment. So I think that the people in power, both everywhere in the world, and I have seen that, you look around and you will see, except for very few countries, those are sensitive. Sweden, Iceland, Norway, I guess few more countries. Rest of the countries, I don't think we care at all, and we don't take seriously unless, as I said, it would come and hit us on the face. When cities will be submerged, when the power center will be submerged and will face water shortage and drought and flood, then most probably we'll see, oh, the scientists were talking about, they are right. And I just fear that we will not be in a position to help ourselves anymore.
You're saying it will be too late by then?
Too late, yes.
Afzal Abbas, I want you to respond to what Dr. Mahapatra said about there being enough forewarning, at least in this instance, that the 28th and 29th of this month, we're going to see very heavy rainfall in Bihar. Are these warnings taken as seriously as they should be? Is there enough mobilization on the ground in a situation like this? People could have been taken away from low-lying areas a few days in advance, or is that not something that is a priority?
नहीं, आप बिल्कुल आप सही कह रही हैं कि लो लेवल की जो जहाँ पे है बारिशें 5-6 जगह पटना में है जो बहुत लो लेवल पे है। राजेंद्र नगर की बात आप कर रहे हैं, फिर आपको कंकड़बाग की बात है, पटना सिटी है, मनोले स्टेडियम है, ये सब एरिया जो बहुत लो लेवल पे है। जाहिर सी बात, थोड़ी सी बारिश होती है तो वहाँ पानी डंप कर जाता है। मैं फिर आपसे कह रहा हूँ कि माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने कल भी मीटिंग बुलाई थी और आज भी मीटिंग किया उन्हें, और लगातार लगे हुए हैं। हर संभव प्रयास किया जा रहा है कि कोई कैजुअलिटी नहीं हो और जो भी मुमकिन किया जाए। लेकिन जहाँ तक सवाल है मौसम विज्ञान की बात है, उसमें हम मजीद जानकारी मुझे नहीं है कि मैं जवाब दे सकूँ। लेकिन यकाएक इतनी ज़्यादा बारिश होना किसी भी प्रदेश के लिए, कहीं के लिए भी है। मैं भी पटना से आता हूँ, मैं भी छपरा करने वाला हूँ, मैं भी देख के आया हूँ। तो जो हालात आज से कब अपने लाइफ में शायद 25-30 साल के बाद ये इस तरह पटना में देखने को मौका मिल रहा है। तो जाहिर सी बात है कि कुदरत, आप इसको आप मानिए या ना मानिए, आप कहें कुदरत का कहर तो है ये, या प्राकृतिक प्रकोप है, ये प्राकृतिक आपदा है। हमको सबकी जिम्मेदारी। सबसे बड़ा मसला ये है कि बारिश छूटने के बाद से पानी जब हटेगा तो हमको हर तरह की चीज़ें मुहैया करानी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि बीमारियां फैल सकती हैं। तो सरकार संजीदा है और हर पहलू पे मुख्यमंत्री जी देख रहे हैं। मैं अपनी जिम्मेदारियों से नहीं भाग रहा हूं कि मेरी जिम्मेदारी नहीं है। सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है सबकी सेवा करना, और मुख्यमंत्री जी संजीदा हैं।
All right, we certainly hope that there will be action to suit your word. I want to bring up one set of visuals that I think many of us have already seen on social media, but it can't be underscored enough. A rickshaw puller today in Patna who is literally seen drowning. The worst situation in Patna. See how this rickshaw puller is crying. It is heart-wrenching. He's literally got water up to his neck. His rickshaw is clearly stuck. And these images have been doing the rounds. And honestly, if this doesn't shake our conscience as a nation, if this doesn't make floods and the misery of citizens during floods a priority, I don't know what will. Adil, what do you experience when you see visuals like this?
You know what, as I said, that I saw these visuals since my childhood. People drowning, women underwater carrying a child, carrying their only possible last resort to survive, maybe a goat or a cow in Assam, since I remember, I guess, since I was 5 years old. So, and it feels like this would never change. I mean, that's a very hopeless way to say it, but as I said, that it makes me feel so useless and so hopeless. And I feel that if I could do something about it, if I was in power, what could have I done? What would have I done? But
What would you have done, Adil? Let me put you in a spot. what is it, Mr. Abbas says, for instance, that the Bihar government is doing whatever it can.
I think,
does this go beyond local administrations? Does this go beyond, is it every citizen's responsibility to somehow?
I think so. Afzalji, I believe him what he's saying. They're doing as much as they can. And I'm not blaming the current administration or any administration. They're doing when it goes out of their hands, like 1700% extra rain, 1300% in Punjab. These are unprecedented events. You cannot do anything about it. We should have done it. We should have started the preparation when we came to know about climate change 30 years ago or 40 years ago. I don't know when it was exactly. We should have taken care of them. And we all are responsible. You, me, people sitting here, people especially in the cities, those who consume way more electricity, those who eat a lot of food, those who use plastic materials, those who drive huge cars and big cars. I'm one of the criminals, one of the culprits as well. So we are all responsible for it. Unless we change the lifestyle that we are trying to achieve, and the idea of India that we had been trying to reach at is that more wealth and more consumption, and we are becoming consumers, like mad consumers. We have to change that lifestyle. Otherwise, we are going to go nowhere. We have to go back to a simple, austere living lifestyle. Otherwise, this is never going to stop.
Right. We leave it at that. Points for all of us to ponder as we see these visuals. And, this is not the time to take it easy anymore. Climate change is on us, and that's kind of fairly evident from everything we've seen this year. It's been a monsoon unlike any other, and it continues to be one. Even at the end of September, the retreating monsoon, it seems, is causing its own destruction. Thank you all for joining us on this edition of Left, Right and Centre tonight. We'll keep talking about this. And, of course, do remember that 16-year-old girl who is now drawing our attention to climate change the world over. We need to listen very carefully to her message.